Most people with the energy disorders, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, ME, long COVID, anxiety, they're not angry people, but this does not mean that their body consciousness is not producing anger as an emotional communication for them. So let's have a look at anger in a little bit more detail. So what is anger? Anger is purely the emotion that your body, consciousness or body, uses to bring your attention to something that's happening that is unfair. Now, this unfairness is energetically true, which for me means it's not generated by your wrong impression of the world or not throwing enough compassion into the situation. None of that. It's just fact. So, if you like, anger is a nudge from your body to say unfairness is happening right now or ongoing, and could you bring your attention to it, please? Now, by this, it means that really, as sovereign individuals, we should not allow ourselves to be unfairly treated ever. So, why do we? The reason that we are pretty poor at handling emotional energy of anger is that we learn from people around us. So, specifically when we're young, from our parental figures or guardians who were at a very impressionable age, yeah, and we observe either anger being blown out by a usually masculine energy, which doesn't go down well, it just leads to drama. So we think, oh my goodness, if that is anger, I'm not having me any of that. And we start to suppress it and block the flow of anger. But the thing is about anger, it doesn't need us to become angry. It's purely a radar signal from your body that there is unfairness at play. The other thing that we can learn is if we know intuitively that someone's angry, but we see them tight-lipped saying do nothing about something that is unfair to them, then we start to learn maybe that's the other option of how we could handle anger. But both of them are wrong. In Mickel therapy, there are three things we can do with emotions. We can suppress them. This, as we've spoken about before, has a direct effect on the hypothalamus and produces symptoms eventually of energy disorders. We can destructively handle it by blowing it out. And similarly, this just leads to it going out and coming back in and splinting, and nothing really changes. So you still have the net effect of blocked emotion, which equals symptoms. So they're the sort of reasons why we don't work well with anger. But keep it very simple. If anger is purely nudge communication from your body saying there is just unfairness that we need to respond to in some way, because we do not need to accept unfair treatment ever, full stop. So I ask you in the coming days, just check in with your body, when you get a sense that something unfair is happening, then think, make a new choice, say no. No is the most powerful word, and there are many different ways that you can say it. If you're interested to explore this in a deeper level, then I suggest you have a look at the information below. Perhaps consider accessing one of our courses, which takes you into more detail about how to handle the emotion of anger and prevent it becoming blocked, overwhelming the hypothalamus and producing symptoms. So I hope that made some sense. Next video in this series, we're going to look at the emotion of grief, which is all about flow and letting go, and not the things that we are also taught to do incorrectly with it. Anyway, thank you very much. See you next video. Bye.